Hey YouTube, it's Prepper Action, and today in the background you can maybe see the rock formation that I'm headed to. Going to do some rappelling. It doesn't look like much now, but once you get up there, that's a 65-foot rock face right there, easily. Well, that's the rock face right there. Pretty good. Sheer vertical right there. Little cave back there. Right now I'm going to get into my climbing harness and get on my gear. So, alright, with your climbing harness you want to make sure that all the essential parts, the webbing, lays flat against your skin. You don't want anything twisted or binded. So it's very important that you put this on properly and double check the webbing. Alright, with the harness you want to start by just looping it up through that first belt loop. Just make sure everything's even. The next thing is pull through the area that's going to cinch up to the belt. Make sure, like I said, all this webbing lays flat against your skin. Alright, what I'm going to do is set up some of my gear. First of all, I'm going to set up my climbing harness figure 8. So I have a locking carabiner. I'm going to make sure that's locked down just for now. And then I got a figure 8, which is your standard figure 8, but today I'm going to use the Rescue 8. This is rated at 10,000 pounds. So that's going to be on the front end of my carabiner here. Alright, what I'm going to do next is just load up my workspace area with some equipment that I might need. I usually have locking carabiners on one side and unlocking on the other, just the way I have to set up my rig. Just keep it organized. One thing you definitely want to do is check the gate. Make sure that thing locks up nice and tight. Also want to inspect the entire carabiner, make sure there's no stress fractures or cracks in it. And now, the anchoring system. I'm using webbing and locking carabiners. I'm going to probably do a figure 8 on this, so I've got redundancy. You always want to have a redundancy, keep yourself safe. In case anything goes wrong, you're protected. And now one of the most important parts is your rope system. Never use cheap rope, always use the rope that's rated for what you're doing, whether you're climbing or you're rappelling. This happens to be very good rappelling rope, costs about $1 a foot. I've got about 80 feet right here, so I'm going to go ahead and put a bowline knot on the end of this and hook it up to my system. Alright. What I have here is a redundancy setup. If here's where your line is going to come in through. These hook up to the anchor points. Let's say one of the anchors failed. Your line's here. You still got an anchor line. It's not going to slip through and you're going to fall. So redundancies and safeties always a concern when you're climbing or rappelling. Rope. Alright, you got your line here and you got your Rescue 8. What you want to do is create a bite. Bring that under and through that part. This is going to go into your carabiner. Make sure you always lock that gate down. That's going to be important if that thing opens up. Goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, somebody. Bring the length of the rope back around your waist. This is your braking hand. Start going down. Give yourself a little bit of slack. Lean back into it. Keep going. More slack. If you need to break off, right there. Practice with it. Get comfortable with it. Pretty soon you'll be doing rappelling.